WVFS Tallahassee.
I didn't know what to do as our laughing split the air, and I was one inside with you. Now each new day is followed by another since I've been up here with you. Now I know I couldn't leave and mean goodbye since I've been up here with you. Now each new day is followed by another since I've been up here with you. Now I know I couldn't leave and mean goodbye since I've been up here with you.
Music on the Voice, WVFS Tallahassee, Vinyl Frontier. We heard from Moby Grape, from Truly Fine Citizen. We heard the track Now I Know High, and also in their music from Whistler, Chaucer, Detroit, and Green Hill. We heard 3 short tracks, Live Till I Die, Upon Waking from the Nap, and Day of Childhood, and that comes from the release The Unwritten Works of Jeffrey, etc., and Love in there as well, some previously unreleased, then later released tracks from the release Black Beauty. We heard Can't Find It, Caravan in there as well, self-titled. We heard Ride, and Denise LaSalle, 2 tracks from Trapped in a Thing Called Love. We heard The Deeper I Go, The Better It Gets, and Do Me Right. The Sundowners from Captain Nemo. We heard Plaster Casters, and we started it all off with Friend Song from Friend Sound Joyride. We heard Joyride. You're listening to the Vinyl Frontier here on WVFS Tallahassee. Up next, music from Jack Bruce from Harmony Row. We're going to hear Victoria Sage. You're listening to WVFS Tallahassee.
Lost streets where sun once watched us out on the road. We had to leave our place to seek the town where money never frowns. We waited longest when the trains and buses promised they would come. To the shelters made of snow, in the deserts where we played, made of hay. 10 pieces of sand for you, and for you only 2. Take care not to close so fast. You're into the past. love song for you, and for you only too. Take care not to grow so fast. You're into the past. In time you will spend them all. Sooner if you fall. Rockets and awful stars. No cure for the scars. Now time is so right. Then you twinkling your eye. Dreams over one. Victoria sing the well, the Jewel, sweet lady of grace, wondrous with eyes of round wonder, a mind of sun gold, a child in her body, a husband at war. Jewel, stand by the door. Jewel, sweet lady of grace, wondress of gingham and old yellow lace, patterns of life soon pass away. Jewel, come home to stay. The government took her small farm away, so Jewel went to cooking and scrubbing for pay. And evening she'd rock her baby's soft cry. A child never fed is a child soon to die. She went out to the country, yeah, where the cotton was grown, to a tall white pillared mansion, yeah. She went there all alone, singing out to a man they called master. For some money she asked, and she begged him, remember all their past. Her small lifeless body was found near the pond, with her dear sleeping baby wrapped tight in her arms. And high in the mansion, the master grows up old, and he dreams of the black girl he loved long time ago. Singing about her. Jewel, sweet lady
on the Oklahoma plains. I tried to keep my shoes shine, tried to keep a clean name. Way over town lived a boy named Eugene Pratt, and we weren't allowed to talk to him, say hi, and none of that, no, no. I went off to school. Eugene sat right in front of my desk. All the kids, they made fun of him, 'cause Gene was such a mess, Lordy. But oh, he worked hard, and he took home a mess of good grades. Yes, and when it came time for him to go to big school, Eugene went far away, 'cause that's the way it was, and that's the way it is, and that's the way it was, and that's the way it is. Yeah, Lordy. I went off to college, got myself a job in the campus store. In the meantime, Gene spent his time writing about the world and war. I didn't understand all the things he was talking about, so my friends and me from that old fraternity, we just got drunk and blocked it all out. Yes, we did, Lord. And then we graduated, lost our deferments, our excuse. And the man said, come here, boys, gonna put your education to a good use. Went down to the draft board, and there was Eugene looking alive and well. Yeah, but when it came time for him to put his name on the line, he told them all to go to hell. Yes, he did, Lord, Lord, oh, yes, he did. Eugene was by far the smartest, the most concerned with humanity. But it was him that they took far away and stuck in a penitentiary, Lordy. I can't help but wonder if we'd all stand up like him, then there'd be no one to carry those damn guns for something nobody believes in. But that ain't the way it was, no. That ain't the way it is. Ain't it too bad? That ain't the way it was, no. That ain't the way it is. That ain't the way it was. That ain't the way it is. That ain't the way it was. That ain't the way it is.
The window of a lonesome railroad train. I dream for you, I dream for me, I dream for sweet Lorraine. Huckleberry memories of little women, po and wine make the time pass better when I miss that gal of mine. Dark saloons and hotel rooms just seem to bring me down. I wish that I was leaving when I first get into town. Say hello to Grandma if you see her in the spring. Perhaps I'll send her all my love on a carrier pigeon's wing. But if I could only see beyond that Blue Ridge mountain skyline, if I could only somehow find that road to way back when, could give it up and throw it out the window, I'd pack my bag at daybreak and never be heard about again. Missed the fun of a tall tale that the old factory man could spin. A pinch of snuff and a checkerboard could really pacify that man. But the tables turned and the old man died with a changing of the guard. I don't mind the changings, just sometimes it comes so hard. Still nights on the front porch seem so far away and small, when we hear the plowboy wailing out that lonesome cattle call. The jukebox in the cafe don't play nothing that I know. Hell, I guess I'll save my quarter to hear that steamboat whistle blow. But if I could only see beyond that Blue Ridge mountain skyline, if I could only somehow find that road the way back when, if I could give it up and throw it out the window, I'd pack my bag at daybreak and never be heard about again. Guess I'd head back home for Christmas if they left things up to me. Maybe get lost in the mountains somewheres down in Tennessee. But San Bernardino is a long way from home, 20 miles from nowhere, $20 by telephone. But if I could only see beyond that Blue Ridge mountain skyline, if I could only somehow find that road the way back when, if I could give it up and throw it out the window, I'd pack my bag at daybreak and never be heard about again.
WVFS Tallahassee.
Trying hard to prove you're near me. I'm always asking if you hear me. Telling me it's nothing, but when you say you've got to go, while I'm trying to unwind, and it's my loneliness that's binding me to you.
Something that you don't know. Oh, you
Music on the Voice, WVFS Tallahassee Vinyl Frontier. We heard from the Sutherland Brothers from the album Down to Earth. We heard the track When I Say I Love You, The Pie, and Gene Clark in there as well. Gene Clark with the Gosden Brothers, self-titled. We heard two songs. One was produced and arranged by Leon Russell, and that was So You Say You Lost Your Baby. And then before that, we heard Couldn't Believe Her. Sammy Walker in there as well. We heard the title track from Blue Ridge Mountain Skyline. And also in there, Mason Prophet from Last Night I Had the Strangest Dream. We heard two tracks, Eugene Pratt and Jewel. We started it all off with Jack Bruce. From Harmony Row, we heard the track Victoria Sage. Up next, more music on the way. 1 hour left of programming. We're going to hear several tracks, for sure two, maybe three, from Elliot Randall, from Elliot Randall's New York. We're going to start off with Radio AEO and When You Got the Music, and we might hear something else. We'll see if I can manage it. You're listening to The Vinyl Frontier here on WVFS Tallahassee.
Look around and the weather's fine. Suddenly a song, the weather's vain. Plug in the juice and watch me rain. Watch me rain. Hold on to your umbrellas, 'cause we're going downtown. Pick up in little pieces and we'll float around. We'll lose ourselves in the variety show, and the popular music is a chant full of people with a radio. Talking about a radio. For the people with the radio. Talking about a soon I'm watching movies on a DC-10, heading out to California again. Got there, decided to call an old friend. Call an old friend. I'm talking about a lady, a special day. Touched so close, children had played, and I got onto a plane and I flew away. Feels the music whenever I say, oh, oh, oh. Talking about radio, oh, oh, oh. For the people with the radio, oh, oh, oh. I'm talking about radio, oh, oh, oh. The people with the radio, oh, oh, oh. Here I am on cloud nine. Take a look around and the weather's fine. So
I am twice my size, I am mesmerized, and I feel like wearing another face. Is it growing pains? Am I losing my brains? Are the solar seasons changing? There is something in the air, shall I send off a flare? Can you stop the war that's raging in my body? Stay on, tell me, Teo. My sweet starlight Scorpio. Teo,
Hold on to my arm
Teo,
before night falls upon us.
Teo,
Won't you be my shadow and follow me up to the forest?
Teo,
Hold on to me tightly,
Teo,
I'll be faithful and honest.
Teo,
Won't you be my shadow and follow me up to the forest?
There was something blue in my port heaven, now it's shining up multicolored. Iridescent glows wherever I go, from the silver streets to my parlor. I will let down my hair, I will shake off my gaze till my silver world stops turning. If you see me fly, don't you bat an eye. It's the fuel of love that's burning in my body. Teo, tell me, Teo. My sweet starlight Scorpio. Teo,
Hold on to my arm
Teo,
before night falls upon us.
Teo,
Will you be my shadow and follow me up to the forest?
Teo,
Hold on to me tightly,
Teo,
I'll be faithful and honest.
Teo,
Won't you be my shadow and follow me up to the forest?
Teo,
Hold on to my arms
Teo,
before night falls upon us. Will you be my shadow and follow me up to the forest? Hold on to me tightly.
So they made you a star. Now your head's in a cloud. Now you're walking down the street with your feet off the ground. They read in the press all about your success. They believe every word they've been told. After all you've been through, tell me what will you do when you find yourself out in the cold? Ah, tell me. Ah, tell me. When you appear on the stage, there's a standing ovation. You really live out your performance. You're the biggest sensation. You breathe through the door, and when you take a floor, you expect to have it all to yourself. After all
you've been through, tell me what will you do when you find yourself back on the shelf? Ah, tell me. Ah, tell me. Expect to have it all to yourself. After all you've been through, tell me what will you do when you find yourself back on the shelf? Ah, tell me. Ah, tell me.
WVFS Tallahassee.
We were sitting in a car, looking out at all the stars. Well, I had to talk to you, I had to get through to you. Well, we talked all through the night, 'cause we knew the time was right. Well, we thought we reached the end, but we're going round again. Healing.
make our wildest dreams come true. There's nothing that we couldn't do for you. There's no use sitting on the fence when you know it all makes sense. There's enough room for you, and there's enough room for me, and that's the way it's gonna be. There's no use sitting on the fence when you know it all makes sense. Well, we know just how to get things done. We'll make a better living for everyone. If you let it all slip away, you're gonna be sorry someday. There's enough room for you, and there's enough room for me, and that's the way it's gonna be. There's no use sitting on the fence when you know it all makes sense.
But it gets harder every day. It's never done. Call it peaceful, call it grinding the time away. Say that ditches aren't homely, call it boredom either way, and decide to potter off house that's for brains. Wah, wah, wah.
thinking of me? Strange company. Through the smoke and the rain, is he thinking of me? Strange company. All the times that I've come and gone that fill all my songs like the wind and the rain. They go on and on. They go on and on like a love with a mind of its own.
Music on the Voice, WVFS Tallahassee. We heard from Wendy Waldman from Strange Company. We heard the title track, Strange Company, and also in there, David Werner, self-titled. We heard two tracks, Eye to Eye and Melanie Cries, and also in there, music from Robert Wyatt from Ruth is Stranger Than Richard. We heard Muddy Mouth C, Muddy Mouth, two tracks that kind of blended into each other, and Steeler's Wheel in there as well. We heard three short tracks from Fergus Lee Park. We heard Waltz, You Know It Makes Sense, Wheelin', and Star. And also in there, Kenny Young from Last Stage for Silver World. We heard Teo, Starlight Scorpio. And we started it all off with three tracks from Elliot Randall. It was a long chunk, but man, it's so good. From Elliot Randall's New York, we heard I Give Up, When You Got the Music, and Radio AEO. I'm just about out of here. Stick around. Better Off Dead is coming up next. I'm going to leave you with a track from Bert Summer from Ultraviolet's Hot Parts, the soundtrack album. We're going to hear She's Just a Girl. You're listening to WVFS Tallahassee.
She's just a girl, but oh how she makes me feel inside. I tell her the things that I should hide. It makes me glad to take her hand in mine. And when she's there, I lose all track of time. But when she gets closer, I feel
how she starts my head to spin. If she looks my way, I just have to grin. So much is said just by a glance or two. When I'm with her, the night is never through. Oh, but when she gets closer, I feel that I've known her all of my life. Sometimes I can't begin to sleep at night. Only thinking of her till it gets light. La 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 la. La 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 la. She's just a girl, but oh how she makes me feel inside. I tell her the things that I should hide. It makes me glad to take her hand in mine. When she's there, I lose all track of time. Oh, but when she gets closer, I feel that I've known her all of my life, all of my life. When she gets closer, I feel that I've known her. When she gets closer, I feel that I've known her. When she gets closer, I feel that I've known her. When she gets closer, I feel that I've known her.
WVFS Tallahassee.